Just can't get enough of this adventure motorcycling. All the bags are in Madrid still, and we got no clothes. Over Christmas we'd been sunning ourselves in Largs at home, but half the time it was a bit more like this. So in another one of Ginger's bright ideas, we hopped on a plane back to pick up our bike, which was still in Antofagasta. Unfortunately, while we were in Antofagasta, the bags were still in Madrid. So we had to go out and buy a whole new set of riding gear. Some of it available in the latest colours. Yuck. The original plan had been to tour northern Argentina, out in the desert and the warmth, but the bag we could not find, nor could the airport, despite the fact we could see where it was on our AirTag. So we decided we'd head to Santiago to go get it. So we're back in Tal Tal. Our luggage, right enough, isn't. One's in Madrid and the other's in Santiago. Got tired waiting on them to arrive in Antofagasta. Got tired waiting on them to leave Madrid and Santiago. So we saddled up this morning and we're heading for the airport to rummage around and show these idiots where the bags are. Right outside the chicken shop, I can see it on AirTag, but too difficult for them to track it. Muppets. We've just come down off the Atacama Desert, where it hasn't rained for 400 years. And guess what? It's tipping with rain. Brilliant. And predictably, as we're heading south, the bag gets found, one of them anyway. So rather than have it in Santiago, we got it shipped out to Valparaiso because we wanted to look at it.
According to Lonely Planet, Valparaiso is syncopated, dilapidated, colourful and poetic. It is a wonderful mess.
Well, if street art is your thing, then Valparaiso does have quite a lot of it. But other than this tourist spot up the hill with all the street art, I'm not sure you'd want to walk around for too long on your own, certainly not at night. When Anne left the hotel to walk down this alley, the hotel staff came out and looked over the balcony, the whole length of the alley, to make sure she was safe. Pretty scary, and that was about 11 o'clock in the morning. Possibly the only building that's not spray painted. Dockside Valparaiso. And there's the Silver Whisper heading off for Cape Horn, Falklands, Buenos Aires and Rio. This whole adventure motorcycling in South America thing all started in 2024 when we had plans to get down to Ushuaia. Well, that plan got thwarted, but we were pretty close this time. We were only 2,000 or 3,000 kilometres away, so we thought, why not? We stopped off at some of the beach resorts and had a look around. Not a drop of graffiti anywhere. We had a pleasant change. Not entirely sure why we ended up here, but here it is, a Chilean beach in the sunshine. Further down the coast, the salt pans appeared in the estuaries. And one thing we thought, this weather's rubbish, because it was always overcast. What we didn't know at the time was that it wasn't haze, it was raging bushfires that we were heading right into.
So we're ready to leave our wee cabana. The bike's all set. Not as much luggage as normal. Everybody else is asleep. Lovely gardens. Lovely gardens. Apples and mandarins growing. It's overcast and we don't know if that's smoke from the fires burning south of us. The haze that you see is due to the forest fires not far from here. The air is thick. Let's hope it doesn't bring on the asthma.
It was only when we stopped for an empanada that we realised just how severe the fires were. So once again we had to think of a new route to get south. And that took us to our old favourite, Puerto Varas, and some fab street art. Oh, thanks. Puerto Varas, more accurately Portimont, was where it all went south the last time, and our ambitions to do the Carretera Austral turned to dust. But this time we were on our way.
Leaving Portimont on Ruta 7.
Our plan was to take a few ferries, heading south on Ruta 7, down to Hornopiren, and then on to Chai 10.
Our turn for the Cumbria ferry. Caleta ferry crossing this morning.
Motorcycling, touring is a bit like cruising. You get to meet all kinds of people. And here we met Jorg. He's going to show up now and again.
We land on the other side after 30 minutes. I don't know how I'm going to get through now.
Now, if you watched one of the previous videos, you might have heard me in my big mouth saying, "No more off-road." That didn't last long. So this is the good ship Cotix, leaving at 6 o'clock at night, which is not great because it means you arrive in the dark. So we abandoned that idea and we're going from a different port down the road tomorrow. Yeah, so that's the ferry disappearing, and you'll have to forgive us, but this is the sailors in us. But all along this coastline it seems like the local fishing fleets are being rebuilt. Huge number of boats, well not huge, a couple of dozen, being replanked, ready for sea. Maybe the fish are coming back.
On the queue for the ferry, some cyclists, camper vans and dual motorbikes, and we're going out on, oh gosh, I'm hoping there's food in this. It's a 4-hour journey and it doesn't look much bigger than the Cumbria ferry.
All this strapping us in was a bit ominous, but fortunately it was calm as a mill pond.
This is when you're glad you don't have a camper van or a caravan and trailer and you're trying to get them off the ferry. Very difficult. This is a Massachusetts plate ticket. I can go down at the bottom and I can stand at the bottom. On their bikes. They've already had one bike stolen in Santiago. Bye bye. And here he comes. Bye bye.
So that was it, the ferry trip over, and heading now for Chai 10 down the gravel road. And just about here I thought things are a bit blurry. No specs, left them on the ferry. Turn around and go all the way back. Fortunately they were still there. And I could see again. We stayed the night in Hector's cosy cabanas and had a nice meal in the local place. And we met Jorg again. And that was to become a habit for the next 3 or 4 weeks. Chai 10 was where they had a massive volcanic eruption. It all built up back in 2008. Nothing to worry about, said the officials. Kaboom! And this whole landscape was changed. The river rerouted. Night evacuations and the town pretty much abandoned. But we were stuck in the rain. We were there for a few days because we didn't want to miss the scenery on the next bit, which was going to be among the best. So this is downtown rockin' Chai 10. Just a hub of activity. And with luck it'll be nicer when the sun comes out. Next March.
That's us, ready to go after 3 days of rain. In Chai 10, and the mist is lifting. In our nice hotel. We sat in that dining room there for 2 solid days of rain. And just look at that mountain with the snow, isn't that beautiful? And then the mountains.
And when the sky clears and the sun comes out, Patagonia is just spectacular. Just like Scotland, really. Our routing this morning was going to take us to the Cuesta Quelat, a steep bunch of hairpins up the gravel. We had done it a couple of years ago, or maybe it was just a year ago. I wasn't looking forward to it. First corner, whoops! Kept it on two wheels, and off we went up the hill. Little did we know that at the last stop, Jorg had got a nail in his tyre and was struggling to get it fixed. Couldn't get his tyre off the rim. But we were focused on getting to the top of this thing. It was a lot busier than we had last time round. Not quite as scary as I remembered, but pushing our particular envelope. So we get to the top and we think, phew, that's done. Stop for a rest. And this guy turns up. He says, hi, where are you from? We said, Scotland. Where are you from? He says, Wishaw, Scotland. So that's enough for this one. Thanks for watching. Come back and see us staying in some fabulous accommodation, having a poor lamb for lunch, and getting to know Jorg a bit better over a lovely fruit juice or two. Thanks for watching.